The Ford Fiesta Mk.1 was first introduced to UK markets in 1976. It's arguably the most recognisable car among its supermini peers. Today's test car is the Mk.7, launched in 2008. It's aimed to take on the likes of Volkswagen Group rivals such as the Seat Leon, the Volkswagen Polo, Skoda Fabia, as well as other unique models such as the Fiat Punto and the various minis on offer. In order to maintain its predecessor's sales success, the Mk.7 had to target quality and reliability troubles found in the Mk.7. This car is a 2010 3-door 1.6 TDCI Zetec S. This being the Zetec S model, the car is 15mm lower than other trim lines. The sports body kit gives the Fiesta increased road presence thanks to its striking resemblance to the top-of-the-line ST. The Zetec S is fitted with 17-inch alloys from standard, although this car has since been fitted to aftermarket Hilo rims. In order to give his car a more square stance, the owner has installed 30mm spacers on each side. This helpfully makes the wheels fill the arches too. Top spec models boast front fog lights and xenon headlights. The first thing you notice when sitting in this particular Fiesta is just how blue it is. It is very blue. It would be fair to say that the quality is flagging behind cars from the Volkswagen Group such as the Polo or the Seat Leon, but it is certainly miles ahead of cars such as the Fiat Punto, which was incidentally the worst interior I've ever sat in of a modern car. It was flimsy as hell. All of the switchgear is quite light, but it is, in fairness, quite tactile and it doesn't feel cheap. This top spec example is fitted with plenty of connectivity, including Bluetooth, USB, voice control, which is all displayed via this low resolution centre screen. The only real complaint regarding quality that I have is the door cards are quite scratchy and the handles on the inside of the doors are quite flimsy, which is a real shame because that is actually part of the car which you touch every time you get in and out. There's masses of adjustability. You can change the height of the steering wheel, obviously where the seat is you can also move it up and down, and also the rake. In the back, space is quite tight. I'm sat behind where I sit. I'm around 6'1", although I do have longer than average legs. As you can see, slightly short for legroom, but there's quite a lot of headroom. The only criticism I would have is because these rear windows are quite small and also they are tinted, passengers might feel a little bit claustrophobic. There's no getting away from the fact that the Fiesta is a small car. Its boot with a volume of 290 litres compares quite nicely to its rivals, however. The 60/40 seats provide increased loading space to 940 litres if required. Oof. Where the Fiesta really thrives is on the road. It handles incredibly well, yet the suspension isn't crashy. The steering is also excellent. It's quite light at slower speeds, but it gets progressively heavier the quicker you go, which means it's not too twitchy on higher speed roads and on the motorway. The shift is also really nice. It's quite notchy, but it's incredibly accurate, which means you never really miss a gear. We're just about to go over a speed bump in fact, and you'll see, although the ride is quite firm, it's very nicely damped, which means it's not crashing. Which is in fact quite a hard trick to pull off, especially in cheaper cars where the suspension is not particularly sophisticated. So the turbo really kicks in about 2,500 revs, at which point the throttle response for a diesel is actually really good, which does enhance and contributes to the Fiesta's sporty feeling. It'd be fair to say that the Ford Fiesta doesn't quite compete with its Volkswagen Group rivals in terms of quality. However, it does certainly more than make up for that for its on-road handling.